What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here, and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 6. Moving on to the final volume, Volume 5, Ultimate Motorsport. There's going to be some crazy motor racing in this volume. Very fast. I honestly don't know what else to say. I'm excited. This is where my skills are going to be tested, and we'll see what happens. Let's hopefully go out with a big bang. Let's get started. Gotta roll. See if I can get that R18. Got it! That's for one of the options. Look at that, guys. We got it. Don't gotta spend money today. Saving up my money. Singing up my money. That's what we do.
Here we are then, in the Ultimate Motorsport Group. A world of impossible speed, mind-boggling forces, and the sort of hazards usually reserved for test pilots. Back in the 60s and 70s, there was no guarantee that a driver starting a race would still be around when it finished. Cars were high on speed, low on safety, and dripping with adrenaline. Thankfully, things have moved on, but with more safety comes more speed, as designers and engineers bend the rules of physics to save a micron here or a millisecond there. Everything on these machines is there, or rather not there, for a reason. Some are rolling experiments for mankind's most advanced technology, and they stretch the definition of car to its limit. Together they represent billions of dollars of investment, and they compete in the world's most famous and valuable races, from the banked corners of Indianapolis to the Mulsanne Straits at Le Mans.
And I can't wait for that.
Each of the following tracks integrates all the special characteristics of the environment in which they exist, from frozen mountains to sunny beaches and everywhere in between. Trot the globe while racing on the world's most unique circuits.
All right, the World Championship Tour is up first, and it says I have cars available. Most of it. Look at this. IndyCar, Can-Am, Modern Grand Prix. Let's start off taking a look at the vehicles, starting with the endurance prototypes. I literally just won one of these, so.
Cars like these are mostly to be found at Le Mans and other round-the-clock races where, despite giving 100% for hour after hour, they can't break down or crash. And sometimes that's easier said than done. They're called prototypes because they're not based on anything else, and because they feature cutting-edge technology. Some are even named after robots, like Audi's hybrid R18 e-tron.
Alright, and I already unlocked the R18 e-tron. I think I literally just got that one, but I already had this Bentley from before, the Team Bentley Speed 8. This one happens to be a bit quicker. Overall, it's way better than that Bentley, but let's take a look. So, this is just a different team, but it's the same thing. It's slightly older, actually. 1 minute. P. Let's take a look. Yeah, they're all P. Never mind. Alright. So, yeah. Another, pretty much the same. It's just newer. This one's newer. This is all-wheel drive. This is rear. Wow, look at that, huh? Oh, the 91 Mazda 787B. The Peugeot Sport Total 908. Another Audi Team R18. I already have that one, actually. The 06 Audi Sport North America R8. Audi Sport Japan. Team Bentley Speed 8. The BMW Motorsport V12 from 1999. That one actually looks pretty badass. And it's actually quite fast, too. They're expensive. The same thing, just a different number. The Ferrari Rizzi Competizione, the F333. Another F333. Mazda Speed 787, again from 91. The Peugeot Team Matmut 908, the Peugeot 908. Peugeot 905. And the Toyota Motorsports GT1. Cool. Well, I'd probably take this one, to be honest, but the speed of some of the other ones is immense. Like, hold on, what is that? 7.6? 8.2, 8.4. Like, this thing is insane. It's insane. Like, look. It's got insane acceleration, but the top speed isn't as high as, say, this Mazda. This thing is insanity. It's so expensive, though. Anyway, let's go on to the next section, the modern Grand Prix.
This is it. The pinnacle of all automotive technology. The fastest, grippiest, most scientifically serious cars on the planet. Designed by people with giant brains who take the rules of nature, crumple them up, and write new ones. This is a world where the gap between heroism and humiliation is measured in microseconds, and where phantom forces are fought by drivers with superhuman reactions.
And there's only one car to buy, and that's the Lotus E23. It's insanely fast. I think we'll save this for last. I want to do the Grand Prix, the modern Grand Prix. I almost won this car, but it looks like I'll have to buy it. But if I save it for last, I may get it in a wheel spin, and then I'll save money that way. So, let's keep going. Let's see the 1970s Grand Prix. And these are pretty insane, too. These are actually very impressive. They had actually bigger engines, some of them, than these newer ones do.
1970s Grand Prix racing was only for the brave. It was a time when technology sometimes overtook man's ability to tame it, a fact that was tragically proven too many times. The 1976 Grand Prix season was dominated by the title fight between James Hunt and Niki Lauda, and the battle almost cost Lauda his life.
I wonder if... oh, I already have this. The Team McLaren M23, remember? That would actually be pretty fun, too. I wonder if they'll have the Ardo Senna, Marlboro Honda, the Scuderia Ferrari, the Lotus 77, Team McLaren... no, there's only 3 of them. Take your pick, really. They're expensive. I'd say the best one is this Lotus. I mean, these ones are relatively close. Anyway, that'd be a lot of fun. All right, let's check out IndyCar. I do have some IndyCars.
IndyCar, America's ultimate single-seater championship, in which cars must somehow remain grounded while doing 230 miles per hour on a banked oval. That makes it the world's fastest racing series. So aerodynamics is king, which is why these look unlike any other single-seaters in the world. In fact, every team must use a standard Dallara chassis, but can choose between a Chevrolet or a Honda engine.
Okay, and I've already unlocked one of these, remember? They were all the same. The Andretti Autosport IndyCar. And let me guess, there's just going to be a bunch of different ones. Here's a Chevy. The Target car. Letterman. Enterprises. Andretti Autosport. Team Penske. CFH. Schmidt. Andretti. Schmidt. So yeah, a lot of Hondas. But they all do the same thing. Oh, wait a minute. The Honda engine's a little bit better. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. No, it isn't. These are 2 different Chev engines. Weird. I wonder why that's the case. This one's tuned a little bit less. It's the same price, so why would you buy that? I don't know. Might be a contender as well to try these cars out. Let's see what we got for Can-Am.
Can-Am stood for Canadian American, because that's where the races happened. There were virtually no rules, so the cars were wild, dangerous, and experimental, often ridiculously so. Wings were everywhere, and some cars even had fans on the bottom to suck them onto the road. Almost all of them were made by the sort of men who, in a parallel universe, would be locked in a laboratory making Frankenstein monsters.
They probably look insane. Look at the wing on that, man. Good God. Chaparral Cars 2E. Look at that fucking wing, bro. The Simonized Special. These things are ridiculous. The McLaren M8B. The Nissan R382. And this one actually looks respectable. You know, it doesn't look insane with that. Like, that wing is just monstrous. I'd probably take the McLaren. This McLaren looks pretty badass. Although this Nissan's pretty quick, too. Anyway. Let's see the Legends of Grand Prix.
It was the era when wings appeared at Grand Prix for the first time, when engines moved to the middle, and when Britannia ruled. The single-seat cars were light, but flimsy, and the margin between risk and reward was often way too close for comfort. But they were fast, as were the heroes who drove them, some of whom paid the ultimate price to help shape Grand Prix racing as we know it today.
And I thought I unlocked one of these, but I came pretty close. Lotus Type 49, Brabham BT24, Eagle Westlake T1G, the McLaren M2B, and this is the McLaren I actually drove. But this Lotus is quick. No wonder it was taken away. It's insanely fast in comparison. Look at that. Anyway. Well, these I all want to take part in, to be honest. I think what I'm going to do is choose between the 70s Grand Prix. Maybe the Endurance Prototypes, Modern Grand Prix, and IndyCar. I think that's what I'm going to roll with.